Good afternoon, I'm Tyler Fardell with 2NURFM Hunter News. A Hunter Greyhound trainer has been charged with firearm and drug offences after police raided his CM home. It comes after Greyhound Racing New South Wales referred reports of irregular betting to the New South Wales Police Force in 2016. Jessica Oxford from Police Headquarters says Strike Force in Bob launched an investigation which led them to the CM home back in April.
As part of their investigation, Strike Force detectives executed 2 search warrants at properties at Yarramundi and Seaham on Tuesday the 4th of April and spoke with 2 men aged 42 and 45. Investigators seized veterinary pharmaceuticals and steroids as well as ammunition which police allege was not stored safely.
The 45-year-old CM man was charged yesterday with possessing ammunition without a licence and possessing steroids among other charges. He faces Downing Centre local court in November. Williamtown residents along Cabbage Tree Road have taken another hit this week after it was announced the road's westbound lane will be closed to all traffic for at least 2 months. The closure means residents will have to take a 30-minute detour as they travel to and from work or school. Port Stephens MP Kate Washington says this is just the latest blow to those living in the area.
It's just hard to believe that they have had this locked up now when they've got the PFAS contamination, they've got a proposed sand mine at their back door. They're living within an area that's now being described as a cancer cluster as a result of the contamination. And now they're looking at roadworks, which is going to last for over 2 months and causing 30-minute detours, 25 Ks. I can't believe it's actually happened.
The Hunter region's most criticised coal mining legacy could be a major asset for a pumped energy storage revolution in Australia. A study conducted by the Australian National University has shown hundreds of possible hydro pump storage sites are available here in the Hunter, which could deliver the instant power needed for wind and solar energy during peak times. Nurses at John Hunter Hospital have been pushed to breaking point, with staff unable to keep up with the record number of flu patients. Understaffing has led to many nurses being forced into unpaid overtime. New South Wales Nurses and Midwives Association General Secretary Brett Holmes says urgent action is needed to fix the problem.
Our members have been expected to go the extra mile and a half, and they simply can't continue to do that. They've stretched themselves beyond their capacities, and they're very frustrated that the management have not seemed to have been listening or acting in an appropriately fast way to deal with these issues.
Alcohol advertising has always been prevalent across the state and the Hunter, but the Greens Party are looking to change the current situation. The Legislative Council supported the Greens' proposal yesterday for an inquiry into alcohol advertising as they look to restrict the current levels of promotion. Alcohol harm spokesperson for the Greens, Justin Field, says yesterday's support in Parliament was a big step forward.
We've got a problem, I think, with the degree to which alcohol advertising is permeating all of society. It's one of the reasons I was really glad to get the support of the Parliament, all the crossbenchers and the government and opposition yesterday to hold an inquiry into alcohol advertising in New South Wales so we can understand how much there is and how it's impacting on people's alcohol consumption.
And Medawi local Alida Van Driel has been awarded the Hunter TAFE Foundation 2017 Barker Maritime Scholarship as she's one of 14 students awarded a scholarship. Miss Van Driel was one of the first 2 females to work for the Newcastle Ferries as a general-purpose hand, with the scholarship helping to support her dream to be the first female harbour master of the Port of Newcastle. She says winning the scholarship has been really helpful.
It's really great, and I'm very grateful to be getting this and to get this opportunity to study further in maritime. Me and my partner recently bought a house and been doing quite a lot of renovations, and so money is pretty tight, and if I hadn't gotten this scholarship I wouldn't have been able to do this.
Sport for our sponsor, PRD Nationwide East Maitland.
The Knights have parted ways with CEO Matt Gidley as the Wests Group prepares to take over on November 1st. He began his tenure in 2011 and in that time has overseen the most recent rebuild of the club, along with coach Nathan Brown. Gidley says he's proud of the legacy he is leaving behind.
Over the last 3 years, it's been a really challenging period and everyone's aware of those challenges. But, I'm really proud of the fact that the key foundations to build the club upon are set in place now, which is fantastic, and I look forward to standing on the hill with my son and cheering the Knights into the future.
West's coach Matt Lantry believes the fast track at McDonald Jones Stadium won't be an advantage for either side in the grand final tomorrow. The grass has been cut particularly short after the midweek Matildas fixture at the stadium. Lantry says the track will be useful for his side's style of play.
I think it'll help both. both teams, I think. Both like to play a little bit of an offensive sort of game, and I think it certainly will suit both teams. I don't see that as it's an advantage either way.
And Edgeworth will host Brisbane Strikers in the National NPL semi-final tomorrow at home. It's the first time they've ever hosted a match in the national tournament, despite making the final last year. The Eagles are looking to secure the title for the first time as they look to add to their already impressive trophy cabinet. That's sport. I'm Sarah Baronowski.
2NURFM News Time is 11:30 past 12.